Hello, Miss Girl. Welcome back to part two of your last appointment, where I taught you how to flush the virus of that toxic TikTok dating advice that tells you you're not allowed to text your mans and you're not allowed to tie his shoes either. I'm so shy. I thought it was going to be one video where I talk about sexy times at the end, but I spent so long deep diving on the first part that we didn't even get to it. Oops. So, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you've caught me in the middle of a series, so make sure you go watch the first video in my playlist called Remembering Your Marriage, because you got to remember that you have the husband first, and then we can talk about all this, right? It'll make a lot more sense. So, I just went to the sauna and cold plunge. That's why I'm all au natural, a little wet, very appropriate. All right, so I thought, I was watching back my own video as I always do because I'm full of myself. And I realized I hinted that I would tell you about the grilled cheese sandwich metaphor, and I never did. So I'm going to give you that really quick because it's going to, just as a recap, last time we talked about how, I'll be like, why don't you call up your husband to my patients? And they're like, no, what? I want him to pursue me. I want to sit around and wait for him to text me and call me. What? I'm not magnetic if he doesn't come pursue me first. And so in that last video, we talked about the dynamics of that. And to me, it's like when I first just opened up the idea of talk to the man, your husband, I just started thinking, like, imagine that you asked me how to manifest a grilled cheese sandwich. I would ask you, so, Miss Girl, do you have bread, cheese, butter, a frying pan, and you're like, yep, check. I'm like, well, do you know how to make a grilled cheese? Yeah. Okay, great. So make one. And you're like, I want the grilled cheese to come to me. I'm not magnetic if I don't just manifest a teleported fresh grilled cheese appearing right before my eyes instantly. So I'm like, in this scenario, this shows you how ridiculous it is when you have clear action steps, right? That right in front of you. So what would you tell the clients, right? You would tell them, make your freaking grilled cheese sandwich. Make it. You have everything you need. You have the man's phone number and your marriage to him. So what are we waiting for? And so you would rather sit there and be like, I'm going to sculpt new neural pathways in here that will show me it is possible to randomly teleport a grilled cheese sandwich here. You could, if you sit there long enough, you could manifest a grilled cheese sandwich appearing right before you without even ordering it from Uber Eats, sure. Well, if you're hungry, there's a path of least resistance. I think a lot of people think path of least resistance means least action, and it's not always that, right? The path of least resistance isn't not texting him, because that's actually more resistance, because you're going to sit around being sad you're not talking to your mans. That's more resistance. So if you ever want to get on the path of least resistance, just ask yourself, what would be fun? Speaking of fun, I wanted to do a little intro into the video before we get into the sexy stuff. I'm a little shy. No, I'm not. But, I have never done a full YouTube video about intimacy, so we'll see how it goes. Smash that motherfucking like, because I'm leaving my comfort zone. Okay, so my beautiful eraser. I wanted to do a similar breakdown as we did for the previous one and have kind of a belief on top that is representative of the virus brain's pair of glasses around sex. So I was thinking about how to do this, and I was like, why don't we start with just the really classic virus thought of like no sex before marriage. It's good. Do you see where this is going? Okay. No. Am I allowed to swear on YouTube? Is sex not a swear word, but whatever. Don't ban me, please. It's a sexual education. What is it like? I know on like TikTok and stuff, they're not allowed to say that. No sex before marriage. And like toxic TikTok advice will often say like wait until legal marriage, or wait until you're at least engaged, or wait until you're in a committed relationship, your boyfriend and girlfriend. And okay, y'all, I'm not a straight E. I'm a bisexual girl, and every time I say anything gendered, husbands of all genders, okay? But today, I did think I'm going to talk about the heterosexuals today. I will give them the spotlight because lesbians and gay people, I just feel they don't have this drama. If you're queer, let me know in the comments. From my understanding, as a little part-time lesbian myself, as a bisexual, it's never been something where I'm like, can I sleep with this girl even though it's only the first date? Like, if we're hot, we want to. Let's go. But I think there's so much societal virusy stuff around sex, and so I thought we might have like an intellectual conversation around, again, implications of hetero-ness and why it's so horrible, right? So it's kind of similar to what we did before. Let's think of some implications of this, right? Sex is bad. Oops. For you. It ruins you. It devalues you. Oh, you were perfectly worthy before, but as soon as this combination of molecules that we call a ding-a-ling entered your combination of molecules called your vagine, now you're of lesser value. Whoa, oopsie, whoopsie. Didn't mean to do that. No sex before marriage, y'all. It's another implication. You're not married. Kind of like the last one. Because I guess think of this as like, not that I'm saying all no sex before marriage, but like if you're with your husband who you previously might have referred to as your SP or your crush or your ex or your mailman, whatever, like, you might have these questions because my real life patients do. They ask me, pretty much all of them. It's like, well, once I manifest him back, do I let him hit? TikTok said I'm not supposed to, but like now that I'm thinking about him as my husband, that doesn't really make sense. So I was like, yeah, this is a really interesting thing to think about, right? Like, can we install our own programs around sex, right? Like, right? And so if you're married to the guy and no sex before marriage is the rule, why the fuck do you care? Right? But if you, however, are around that person in 3D and you're like, I don't know if I should let him see my feminine charms, then you're not married. Great work. And y'all, I'm not saying it's mandatory to schloop schlop your husbands, okay? There's consent involved whether you're in a marriage or anything, right? So it's like, no one's saying you gotta screw him on the first date just because he's your husband. But if you want to, I won't tell. So another implication here is like, um, this was, yeah, I really liked thinking about this because honestly, this was my tea for a while. And we sensitive neurodivergent baddies, I think, are extra, like, struggling with this one sometimes. Is like, if you do, you will get stigmatized. What's the implication here? Oh, the king's magical rod, his staff is so powerful and on the pedestal, and I'm just a mere womanly woman. And if he inserts his kingly staff inside of me, my womanly hormones are just gonna use you, and I'm gonna be obsessed. I actually, like, for real, believed this. And it was like, it was an experience with this where I was like, oh, this is so dumb. I like want to change this. Because once I became the operant power, well, I always was, but like once I really owned it and became someone who acts from their operant power with intention, I was like, I rebuke that. I rebuke the idea that a man's kingly staff can drive me nuts. So in my 3D, I had experienced this. Smash that motherfucking like, if you have as well. Dickmatization is not a term that's made up for no reason. I would say this is probably going to be my most controversial video. I please rebuke all the level 1 bitches telling me, you create spiritual soul ties. That kind of goes along with this, right? Because like I know most of y'all are woke enough to not be like, sex is bad for you, it devalues you. But spiritual girlies are still kind of at the mercy of the virus. You know, the virus was like, you're not going to be a Republican? Well, let me give you the leftist version. The liberal version of this, which is like soul ties. Y'all heard of this? If you merge your genitalia, a laser beam of quantum physics will entangle you together for the rest of your lives. Forever. You might never see the guy again, but he will have taken a piece. I've heard this before. Will have taken a piece of your life force with him, and you will have. This is why people have fractured souls of their hoes, because all of their little soul fragments are left with the various dicks that they were, dicked down by. Dick down, so negative. I get dicked up. It elevates me. I saw this meme once. I need to find it. It was so funny, but I can't remember it word for word. It was something like, just good dick really elevates the soul. And like, it's real. Like, if you let yourself succumb to the virus, to think that you have no power, sex devalues you, he's gonna hate you, right? Like, that's another version of this, right? There's a lot more than not the kissing one, the texting one, right? Like, he will hate you. My version of this was I took very literally the idea of post-nut clarity. So I had manifested the experience of like, every time I would, and it sounds like I'm like hoeing around every weekend. Like, I've been around for many years. I went to college, y'all. Like, I have experiences. So like, so I would like, be with these people, and then I would be like, okay, now that he's gotten sex, he wins. He won me, and now he won't care anymore. Will have post-nut clarity, and he'll come to his senses. What does that imply? That I'm not the daughter of the king. It can be pre-nut, post-nut. What would be the during nut? And you're still in love because I'm the daughter of the king. What's not to love? And so, like, all of these things, I don't even have to handle every objection, but do you see how this is all the virus? Like, because when you're the operant power, remember, there's only one question to ever ask: what belief feels good for you? If you like being a little Puritan girl that really truly waits until you're legally 3D married, which is only one like type of way to be married, I'm realizing, if you're going to be really spiritually woke about it, and it probably is the least important form of marriage in the world, in existence. I have personally been through some awakenings where I see every man, every woman as my husband. And me and one of my clients slash patients, we were laughing about it earlier, like, are we poly? Is the virus trying to keep us from being poly? Because, y'all, I went to St. Louis last weekend and I had about 5 more people in my phone with heart emojis by the end. I had like 2 really solid husbands in St. Louis. And I was faced with the same challenge. I was like, okay, I get to do things differently this time. What do you do when you get dickmatized? You start to attach, right? And I looked back, I clocked my own T, right? The reason you get dickmatized is because you are attached to a future with the dude, which is why it's heartbreaking when, like, you do the do and then you don't get the love bombing that you got before. And what toxic trait of the virus is this? Y'all remember from a few videos? This is called galvanized square steel. And eco-friendly wood veneers, okay? This is what you're doing. This, I've discovered, is the cure to dickmatization, is to understand that, like I know a lot of y'all, you've really option beat it to your divine soulmate and you've got just the one. And some of y'all are like, okay, I have this crushy crush, but wait, Dr. Eve, I have another crushy crush. Dr. Eve, I found another husband. You're like me, you leave the house and you've got 3 to 5 more people in your phone with heart emojis by the time you get home. And so, again, no one told you just because you're married to all of them that you have to do that with all of them, right? Like, you do it with the ones you like and the ones that make you quiver down there. Yes? So, I was faced with this. I was like, okay, like, I'm so freaking magnetic. I've never been the person to, like, leave the house and, like, be approached or whatever. But now that I've began unmasking and being a lot happier, I think I cured my social anxiety. I think I really figured this out, y'all. You just go up and you just, like, exist around people. You don't even have to go up to them. You just exist around them and you get into little situations, right? My first St. Louis boyfriend, I met him because I was sitting next to him on the plane. Good man. And he was also wearing a ring on this finger, and we were chatting about that, and, like, we were chatting about my YouTube. And I was like, do you want to be my St. Louis husband? And he's like, yeah. We had such a juicy, romantic, cutie baby time. Like, I was like, we were like we were complete strangers, holding each other, like we're married, and he's waiting for his baggage, and then he, like, helped me get my lift, and, like, and then we hung out. And I was like, okay, my old self would be like, make sure he knows he can't hit. Make sure he knows I'm not that kind of woman. But, I mean, your girl was in heat. I was ovulating. What am I going to do? So I'm like, you know what? This is when people get the horniest, is when they go to a conference for work. We got hotel rooms. We all got, like, it's fucking summer camp over here, right? And I haven't even gone and met the prospects. I'll tell you about the prospects later. But, like, yeah, I'm just like, okay, you know what? Come over. I don't even want to go out. Because he was all at first like, oh, I want to take you out to dinner tonight. I'm like, I ended up having another guy take me out to dinner. So I told him I need to meet up with you later. Gotta juggle all these freaking husbands. So by the time it's time to meet up with this one, the plain one, I'm like, I'm tired. Come over, tuck me into bed. And like, the man was doing things to me that I didn't know men knew how to do. And I had a wonderful night. I had a wonderful time. Wonderful time. He treated me well. And honestly, most of the attention was on me. Like, it was fucking wonderful. And you know what was the wonderfulest part is I have really cured Dickmatization. Because what I had done in the beginning, and what at first I caught myself trying to do this. I was like, oh, wow, the day after I crash out and cry on YouTube about wanting my husband so bad, I get on the plane and I meet him, and wow, this is the guy, ah, hallelujah. It's like, wait, like, I just knew this is the shit that would get me this is the galvanized square steel that would get me dickmatized, right? So what I did is I was like, you know what? One day at a time, just like Alcoholics Anonymous. One day at a time with all the husbands. Because even in just the short experience of being in the conference, I was like, why would I attach to one particular husband? Like, they're all worshiping me all at once. Like, so that's what I decided. I was like, I like really decide I'm not going to eco-friendly wood veneers my poor plain husband. Honestly, I think women dating men, we tend to do this, and it's like, it's because I don't know, it's when you're insecure, you meet a guy and you like them, and if you get as far as being attracted to each other, and remember you're insecure because of the virus, you're like, this happens so rarely. It's so rare for me to meet someone that I like and that likes me back. Oh my God, this must be the one. And then you drop your power because you're like, oh, this is the one, this is the one. And then nothing he does, nothing he does will satisfy the virus brain because it will always find, oh, the text had one less emoji this time, or he texted back at 9 p.m. instead of 8:53 like normal, or like he didn't say good morning to me today, or like he didn't compliment me enough. And it's like, who's the operant power here? Aren't you the daughter of the king? Aren't you the best? Aren't you the most beautiful freaking goddess in the world? Like what are we talking about here, right? That's why Dickmatization happens. It's not like the soul tie thing is low key real, but you're doing it. We're doing it. Like, we're taking our soul, extracting it, putting it into the dicks of these men, and saying like, you guard my soul. And that's why, I think it's really nice to be in the Hunger Games stage. I'm loving the Hunger Games. Because, option A before, when I was thinking about option A of like printing from scratch, I was like, well, it's going to be lots of time alone and not talking to anyone and no dating, and I'm going to have to get on fucking Hinge. No. It was an unintended consequence, and I didn't know this would happen, but like, I have fucking Riz now. I had gentlemen in my phone telling me that because we were flirting heavy, this was not sexual harassment, telling me that they've never met a woman that gave them within 10 minutes of talking to them. I'm like, yeah, I'm very sexy and magnetic. I can't help it. But I can't help it because I created this. Like, y'all, I used to literally, like, I would try to freestyle, right? I would go like sit at the bar and like, and this is how I was sitting at the bar thinking it would attract men to come up to me. I would just like sit like journaling on my little stupid performative journal that I brought. And then I was just like, are you making eye contact? I barely talked to the bartender. Shit. Like, and now I'm like, sheesh, I gotta slow down my magnetism because I got too many boyfriends in my phone now. Too many husbands. Husbands, boyfriends, hoes. It's all the same to me. So, but yeah, it's just, I felt really bad because there was one of my husbands at my conference that, he really wanted me, but he had a girlfriend and he was very guilty about all of that. I felt bad for the girlfriend, poor girlfriend. But I realized I'm kind of glad I'm not legally married right now. I would have lost like 3 husbands on this trip. It would be sad. Don't you want to be like, so I stopped for some reason even caring about finding one husband. And this is how I know it's coming. Because I stopped caring. You know when people say like, "Oh, you stopped. How do you stop caring? I want it. I want it. I want it. I will always want it." What? No, if you really ride this train, you ride the Dr. Eve train all the way to the moon, you will get to this point here, and I'm on the front lines. Like you will just stop even caring because you're like I meet amazing, incredible husbands literally everywhere I go. I met one. He was my taxi driver back. And we were talking. He was like, "Oh, how do you like the weather in Chicago?" I'm like, "Blah blah 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 blah." Same shit we always say. And then he's like, "Yeah, I'm not used to it. I'm from Puerto Rico." I'm like, "Puerto Rico? Tell me more." And he was telling me about Puerto Rico, and I was like, "When's the best time to visit Puerto Rico?" And he said, "Oh, well, I always go down there, the winter 4 months, and I take my boat and I go around to all the different islands." And I'm like, "Take me with you." And he said, "Yeah." We're all chatting, and he asked me for my number. I said, "It's on the receipt of the taxi." I don't even remember his name. But it's like, I'm risen up with everybody. And like, I really fully believe that if I wanted to go to Puerto Rico with this guy, I could. So like, um, yeah, just open yourself up to the fact that like, if even if you have like I have one of my clients that is experiencing the same thing. It's like her husband, it's the one that I was talking about in my last video, that's like, he's out there grinding and working so hard for her, and he doesn't even feel good enough for her yet, right? And so she's thinking like, well, I don't want to sit around and wait for like this husband, like, so, but like I went to this bar and I was flirting with this other guy, and then I was flirting with this other guy and this other guy. And I'm like, how nice of it, and how nice of him, your original like husband that's out there grinding, that he enlisted the entire world to be your husband all at once, so that you wouldn't be all just single and by yourself. Like he's such a good man, right? So, I mean, y'all, like, I don't even know why I do videos anymore. The answer is always the same, right? Yeah, I'm just kidding around. The answer is always the same. Like, what belief do you want to have, right? So I said, like, so she's thinking about like, can I hook up with a man that I like if I'm still with my husband, but he's not like around currently in 3D? I'm like, you're married to everybody. You're way ahead of these bitches that are trying to find one husband. We got 5, 6, 7. I got 32, y'all. I'm way ahead of y'all. So it's like, then just ask yourself, okay, y'all are on a date. Do you wanna do it? Do it. Do you not want to? Don't. It's not like I'm saying every hot person I meet, I'm DTF right now, right? Sometimes it's just because I was in heat during the conference. You know how cycles work. But like if I was on my period, well, sometimes if I was in my luteal phase, then like it might have been a different story, right? I might have just had him come over and hold me and been like, I'm not ready yet. Maybe next time, right? Oh yeah, my plane boyfriend, he wanted to come over the next day, but I had another boyfriend by then that I want to see. So, and I really like that one. Like, oh my gosh, I'm having so much fun. And like, yeah, at the end of my trip, I texted plane boyfriend, husband, and I said, "Thank you for being such a good St. Louis husband. I really enjoyed our time together." Even like, my old me would have been like, he said he wanted to see me the next day too, and then he never reached out. It's like I could have easily reached out to the guy and told him I want to see him. He would have come right over, but I didn't because I had already found this other dude I wanted to talk to. So like, it's one of those things where, once you get back in your power, you realize every man wants you, and you're married to all of them already. You get to make choices when you do the do. You really do. You really do get to choose when you do the do. I bet that could be tightened up a little bit with that copy. Someone fix that in the comments. Oh, I was so shy on this one a little bit, but I think we warmed up into it. And I did want to just like talk about stacks because and just talk about Hunger Games a little bit more, give you a little bit more from the front lines. I think this was a chiller one. It's Friday night, and like, let me do a little small vlog right now, right? Okay, like, so as you know, a couple days ago we hit 1,000+ subscribers, Neville's Angels, and like, it is so exciting because most people take a year plus to hit YouTube Partner Program. So I hit YouTube Partner Program in 1 month, and I'm very, very grateful and just blessed and so happy to have you here. One of the things about YouTube Partner Program is that you can create membership channels. Ooh. And like, other husband, who dare call me when I'm so busy? Um, what was I talking about? Membership channels. And so I was like, okay, I know Eric's got one. Obviously, I love his membership channel, but his has so many doodads, and like that's a lot going on. Okay, so I was like channeling. I was, as a business owner, this is some business tea for you. As a business owner, I always ask, what is the easiest possible way for me to get value out to the people and get paid for it? Yes. So that's how I did coaching. I said, let's put it out there. There's a link. This is the program. Here you go. And then we're doing it, right? Most people would have been like, let me set up my coaching website and my LLC. This is why I'm elite. And so I was thinking membership channel. I don't want to figure out all the doodads. But I was thinking, it would be fun to just do it like Abraham style, wouldn't it? Like okay, we're all in the membership channel, right? And then like I just go live once a week or something. We can mix up the time zones, and then we're all in there, and we're like, I just put people on the hot seat. I'm pretty sure that's a thing you can do when you go live. I forgot that I have 1 million YouTube subscribers, so you guys have to help me. I'll figure it out. But like either that or you ask the questions like in the chat. I don't know exactly how I'll do it, but it'll basically be like a space to get coaching. That's not one-on-one. So if you, excuse me, if you are looking for like something in between, oh, Jesus, the virus. If you're looking for a way to get like kind of in between, because obviously, I can't coach in the comments. I can't like coach in the DMs. I'm famous and I have paying patients. It's like y'all trying to get medical advice in the portal all day. Come in for your appointment, okay? Right? And so luckily, there will be a way to get coaching from me in a way that is not just like very high touch one-on-one. You just be in the lives and like we'll be in the little group. And if I'm nice, I'll maybe answer some questions in the post. I don't know. I'm just kind of channeling it. All I have to do is set it up. I just haven't gotten around to it yet because I've been so busy. But I'll probably do it this weekend. So if you want to be the first to know about it, it's really smart for you to get in early, because the earlier you get in, the fewer people there's going to be, the more coaching you can get from Dr. Eve personally, yes. So you want to be one of the early member girls. And this is not a membership channel where I didn't want to do one where I'm just like, it's just other more important videos. Like, no, all the videos will be here. But I thought, okay, lives, that's perfect. Let's just do lives in the membership channel where it's like you can ask me whatever questions you want. Y'all are in the comments begging me for other topics besides the marriage stuff, and I'm like, use your brain, just apply the principles. But I understand it helps to have a more detailed analysis. So like if you've ever been that person, which there's like 7,000 of you that comment, can you do one for money? Can you do one for weight loss? Can you do one for this and this? I've always just told you, I'll do it eventually. I'll do it when it feels fun. And the Skinty video is coming up soon-ish. No promises. Who knows what will happen between now and then. But like I'm coaching someone on her health right now, on remembering her skintiness. So like whether if you want me to do a certain topic, just get into coaching or get into my membership channel, right? So DM me on Instagram if you want to be one of the first people to know when the membership channel is open. I might try to keep it a little down low in the beginning for my OG Neville's Angels so that you can get the most high-touch coaching. And no level 1 bitches, of course. You will be blocked and your fee that you pay will be gone to the stupid tax, okay? So Yeah, I'm really excited. And then I have one more announcement. Your girl is expanding so much in her business that I am going to be hiring my first support queen. And she is going to be helping me moderate the community in the comments and stuff. Because y'all, you just spoil me with the comments, and I love them all. And I do read them all. But like, I'm a busy girl, and I want to give like specific attention to certain comments. And like, I just don't have the capacity with my one human brain to like address everybody's comments like effectively. So basically, I'm gonna have my little wonderful. I thought maybe we could call her the nurse, and she's gonna be in here, and she's gonna be like helping, right? She's gonna be helping you in the comments, like directing you if there's another video that answers your question, or like if you have a question and like it would be better answered through coaching, like she'll remind you. And she'll block all level 1 bitches. I will train her. So I'm really excited for that. It's just really an amazing place to be, like, with the business. And like, I cannot fucking believe it. But I can, because I'm the upper empower and I created this. But just really, it really does feel like 6 years of intense study and hard work and both content, spirituality, like even business, entrepreneurship, like it's all really popping off. So I'm really happy. Like, this is just the start, and I love you, and please praise me in the comments, and I'll see you for your next appointment. Maybe I'll help you get skinty. Maybe.